hands.
Really? That was quite impressive.
I know, I couldn't believe my eyes.
And no one stepped in to help them.
No, I think everyone kind of wanted to see how long it played out for. They figured it out eventually, though. I'm sure if it went on for a lot longer, or if it was something more serious, someone would have helped. Or I would have, but being on the fourth floor and that crowd, you know.
Yeah, totally. Hey, are they okay over there?
Hmm?
In the corner. They've got their hands over their ears and eyes closed.
Oh. Oh. Uh, I'm sure they're alright. I'll just go and check, if you'll excuse me. Hey, sweetheart, you okay? Love? Little one? Can you hear me, Pumpkin? Alright, I think we should get you home. Today's been a big day for you. Here, is it okay if I touch you? If I just put my hand here on your knee, is that okay? Okay, well, you didn't react, but from what I can tell, I think you're comfortable with that. I know sometimes being close to someone you trust can help ground you or just make you feel safer. Hopefully that works this time too. Okay, what I'm gonna do, my love, is I want to try and guide you out, alright? I know physically it would probably be simpler just to lift you up and take you, but I don't want you to feel like I'm taking away your options when you're in such a vulnerable state. So I'm just going to help you walk. That way you can choose to stop at any time. Can I help you up? I'm just going to hold your little hands in mine and gently pull you to your feet. It's okay, darling. I've got you. Oh, there. Good job. Well done, sweetheart. We're going to walk over to the door now. We're going to be passing by my friend, who I'll let know that we're leaving. You've met him a few times, including earlier today, so hopefully this will be okay for you. Here we go. Slow, easy steps, Lovebug. Hey, we're gonna head out, alright?
Yeah, sure. Is everything okay?
Yeah, it will be. Just gonna make our way home for the night.
What, all the way down the other end of the street? Times like this is when it becomes so convenient to live so close to mates.
I know. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, cool. See you soon. And you too, little buddy.
Come on, honey. There we are. It's a little quieter out here, isn't it? It's okay. We'll get you home now and get you cuddled in your safe space with all your lovely comfort items, yeah? Would you like to continue walking, holding my hand, or do you want me to carry you home, my sweet angel? Making choices probably isn't easy for you right now. I'm pretty positive you're in Littlespace, so I think you would like the care of being carried, but if you don't, just tap my arm 3 times at any point, okay? The safe signal, like we talked about before. Okay, no more talking and thinking right now. I don't want to overwhelm you. Here, let's just lift you up. You rest your head on my shoulder, baby. We'll be home very soon. Alright, I'm going to sit you down just here so I can take your shoes off for you. Here we go. And there. Okay, let's go and get you set up in your decompression area, yeah? Come on, here we go. Upsie-daisy. You're okay, my sweet one, you're okay. We'll make everything better, I promise. Okie dokie, so let's get you sat down here in the fort. Let's make sure the pillows are just as you like them. There, how's that? And would you like your weighted blanket? Where is it? Oh, right here. Here we go. Ah, there we are. Does that feel nice? Like a strong hug, right? I can see you relaxing a little bit already. That's good, baby. That's so good. Okay, next. Lighting? Which would you like? Fairy lights? Ocean lights? Stars, maybe? Can you point, or just look at the ones you'd like, my darling? Wonderful. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Here we go. You're doing so well, baby. I'm so proud of you. Alright, the next thing, we need plenty of stuffies, right? Here, I'm just going to grab the pile from your bed and you can cuddle as many of them as you like. Oh gosh, I think I've lost you in the mountain of fur. Where's my little one? Under this blue rabbit? Nope. How about next to this red bear? Not that either. Where? Oh, there you are. Hi, Angel. You starting to feel a bit better now? Yeah? Alright, can I climb in with you? Only if you feel okay with that. If you'd prefer to be by yourself in your safe space, that's perfectly fine, love. I can? Thank you, Muffin. So, baby, can I ask you about what happened tonight? Did something specific happen, or did you just get overwhelmed from the whole situation? The second one? Just the whole situation? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It wasn't a huge group of people, but you didn't know everyone there very well, and we had been there for quite a while at that point. There were lots of people talking over each other, and they were playing some music quite loudly, weren't they? Lights? Oh, were the lights too bright there? Yeah, all that must have been really overstimulating. I'm so sorry, Pumpkin. But, you could have come and told me, and I would have taken you home. You didn't have to try and deal with it and hurt yourself in the process. Oh, little one, come here, let me give you a hug. I never want you to make yourself uncomfortable or put yourself in a situation where you feel vulnerable or unsafe just because you think you'd ruin my fun or something like that. You know what would always ruin my fun? Knowing that my little one is feeling alone or scared or just isn't having a good time. Yeah? So, from now on, can you promise to try your best to come and tell me how you're feeling before it gets too much for you? Yeah, you'll try? Good little one. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so I can sense that you're still not quite yourself yet, my love. So can we try one more thing? Mm-hmm. Alright, so in your little bucket over there are all your fidgets. Would you like to pick one? I'd like to read to you for a little while to get your mind to focus on something else, and it might help you to have something to fidget with. Or you can just keep cuddling your stuffies also. Perfect. Shall I keep sitting here with you and you can snuggle into me while I read? Or shall I sit out there and you can just lay in here in your own space? Pointing in here? Okay. I'll just stay right in here with you then, and I think... Ah, yes. We left a few books over here last time. Which one do you think? Do you want me to choose, sweetheart? Okay. Well, I know that this one always made me feel happy and cozy when I was younger. What do you think? Can you read the title, Pumpkin? No? Is my little one feeling shy? Aw. Okay, well, then I'll read it for you. The Tale of Peter Rabbit. Okay, honey bun, get comfy and just relax. Feel free to use your fidget toy, or cuddle or play with your stuffies, read along, or even just fall asleep. Whatever makes you feel happy, comfy, and safe, alright? Okay, here we go. The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits, and their names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank underneath the root of a very big fir tree. "Now, my dears," said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning, "you may go into the fields or down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. He was put in a pie by Mrs. McGregor. Now, run along and don't get into mischief. I'm going out." Then old Mrs. Rabbit took a basket and her umbrella and went through the wood to the baker's. She bought a loaf of brown bread and 5 currant buns. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. But Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight away to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First he ate some lettuces and some French beans, and then he ate some radishes. And then, feeling rather sick, he went to look for some parsley. But, round the end of a cucumber frame, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his hands and knees planting out young cabbages, but he jumped up and ran after Peter, waving a rake and calling out, "Stop, thief!" Peter was most dreadfully frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way back to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and the other shoe among the potatoes. After losing them, he ran on 4 legs and went faster, so that I think he might have got away altogether if he had not unfortunately ran into a gooseberry net, and got caught by the large buttons on his jacket. It was a blue jacket with brass buttons, quite new. Peter gave himself up for lost, and shed big tears. But his sobs were overheard by some friendly sparrows, who flew to him in great excitement, and implored him to exert himself. Mr. McGregor came up with a sieve, which he intended to pop upon the top of Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind him, and rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a can. It would have been a beautiful thing to hide in if it had not had so much water in it. Mr. McGregor was quite sure that Peter was somewhere in the tool shed, perhaps hidden underneath a flower pot. He began to turn them over carefully, looking under each. Presently, Peter sneezed. "Achoo!" Mr. McGregor was after him in no time, and tried to put his foot upon Peter, who jumped out of a window, upsetting 3 plants. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, and he was tired of running after Peter. He went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest. He was out of breath and trembling with fright, and he had not the least idea which way to go. Also, he was very damp with sitting in that can. After a time, he began to wander about, going lippity-lippity, not very fast, and looking all around. He found a door in a wall, but it was locked, and there was no room for a fat little rabbit to squeeze underneath. An old mouse was running in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas and beans to her family in the wood. Peter asked her the way to the gate, but she had such a large pea in her mouth that she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Then he tried to find his way straight across the garden, but he became more and more puzzled. Presently he came to a pond where Mr. McGregor filled his water cans. A white cat was staring at some goldfish. She sat very, very still, but now and then the tip of her tail twitched as if it were alive. Peter thought it was best to go away without speaking to her. He had heard about cats from his cousin, little Benjamin Bunny. He went back towards the tool shed, but suddenly, quite close to him, he heard the noise of a hoe. Scritch, scratch, scratch, scritch. Peter scuttered underneath the bushes, but presently, as nothing happened, he came out, and climbed upon a wheelbarrow and peeped over. The first thing he saw was Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and beyond him was the gate. Peter got down very quietly off the wheelbarrow and started running as fast as he could go along a straight walk behind some blackcurrant bushes. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him at the corner, but Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and was safe at last in the wood outside the garden. Mr. McGregor hung up the little jacket and the shoes for a scarecrow to frighten the blackbirds. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him until he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the nice soft sand on the floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother was busy cooking. She wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second little jacket and a pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a fortnight. I am sorry to say that Peter was not very well during the evening. His mother put him to bed and made some chamomile tea, and she gave a dose of it to Peter. 1 tablespoonful to be taken at bedtime. But Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail had bread and milk and blackberries for supper. The end. Aww. Sleepy baby, I'm so glad you're feeling better now. I hate that you have to deal with all of this. I mean, being neurodivergent makes up a big part of who you are, and I love you so much for who you are, but I just wish you didn't have to go through some of the struggles it comes with. But you're my strong little warrior, and I'm so proud of you. Come on, let's just gently lift you up out of here and into your lovely little bed. Let's make sure we bring some of these stuffies with you. There we are. All tucked in and already fast asleep. You sleep well now, my darling angel. Night-night.